I'm at the end of my rope with this shit. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm gonna play this video, and then I'm gonna go slam the hell off. But before I play this video, let me forewarn you: it is graphic, it is angry, and again, I never thought I had to make another one of these, man. Because I am mixed. I do love my black heritage as much as I love my Native American and my white heritage. There's not much room to discriminate. And yeah, if you want the truth, I feel more Native American than black or white. However, this is kind of one of the reasons that being mixed has its advantages, because these three black kids just fucked it up for all of us in San Francisco. In these places that these are happening, they're always happening in big cities. They're not happening in little places like Charlottesville or somewhere where there's not so much as a well-known huge Asian population versus where places where there are a well-known huge Asian population. So I'm gonna show you this video. It's on my TikTok. We're gonna let it play twice.
Happened on Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. His two friends are seen on the back of the bus, but their faces are blocked out because they are underage. Investigators released San Francisco bus surveillance video Wednesday of an brazen daytime assault of an elderly female Filipino passenger whose hair was set ablaze by a black teenager. This assault happened on Sunday, May 2nd, 2021. His two friends are seen on the back of the bus, but their faces are blocked out because they are underage. Investigators released San...
Okay. I am sick and fucking tired of this shit. And yeah, I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. Not this video here, but I'm gonna put this on my Instagram. So, after this plays on my Instagram.
Investigators released San Francisco bus surveillance video Wednesday of an brazen daytime assault of an elderly female Filipino passenger whose hair was set ablaze by a black teenager. This assault happened on Sunday. Investigators released San Francisco bus surveillance video Wednesday of an brazen daytime assault of an elderly female Filipino passenger whose hair was set ablaze by a black teenager. This assault happened on Sunday. Investigators released San Francisco bus surveillance video Wednesday of an brazen daytime assault of an elderly female Filipino passenger whose hair was set ablaze by a black teenager. This assault happened on Sunday. Investigators released San Francisco bus surveillance video Wednesday of an brazen daytime assault of an elderly female Filipino passenger whose hair was set ablaze by a black teenager. This assault happened on Sunday. Investigators released San Francisco bus surveillance video Wednesday of an brazen daytime assault of an elderly female Filipino passenger whose hair was set ablaze by a black teenager. This assault happened on Sunday. Investigators released San Francisco bus...
Okay. I don't know where to begin. I don't know how we as a community of people of color can attack another minority community of people of color. Now, being that I am multicultural, this hits me like a fucking steamroller, alright? This is not cool, y'all. This ain't even remotely close to being cool. Now, I know Asians and blacks have had their differences, and I'm not saying that no race is above racism, because for me to tell you that would be a stone cold lie. There are as many racist Asians as there are many racist blacks, there are as many racist whites. And those three groups of racist people need to get on a rocket ship and fly their ass to Mars. Let them go up there and live and fight it out for supremacy, and whatever superior race wins up there can own the planet, stay up there, and burn in hell for all I care. Now, this elderly lady clearly had no idea that this was about to happen. And these three young black men, shame on you, shame on your parents, shame on your grandparents, shame on everybody that's in your generation that think that that shit's fucking cool. Or as we say in the Generation X days, the three of you Our load that your mother should have swallowed. Alright? She should have murdered you at birth. And I'm sorry if I have offended anybody with that saying. And I'm not sorry at the same time. Because you know what? I'm not a fucking saint. I did evil things as a kid. I was forced to fight when I was 6 years old till I was 12 years old. I made amends with some people. Some way too much. But you know what? I own my shit. When I do something wrong, when I say something wrong, when I am wrong, I own my shit. These three young men, teenagers, I don't give a fuck. Just like the 11-year-old and the 17-year-old that beat the other old man that was Asian in fucking San Francisco, who also happened to be black. What the fuck is wrong with you? Where the fuck are your parents? Why in the fuck is this continuing to happen? You know, I've never had a problem with an Asian person. Outside of a Native American tribe where they hate me because I'm not pure blood. And Native Americans are biologically Asian. They're just not feeling the crush of this, except for that one lady who was Indian and someone beat her because they thought that she was Chinese because they clearly needed glasses. However, they are also Asian, and she was Indians with the dots, not the feathers. However, they are still biologically connected as Asian. There is something wrong in this world when you cannot teach your child how to keep their hands to themselves. See, when I was younger, I was always told to keep my hands to myself until someone put their hands on me. And after they put their hands on me, well, all 100 pounds of rage that I could muster up was free to do whatever the fuck I felt fit. And I never got to fighting in school because I had to fight every day after school, sometimes on the weekends, until I got old enough to get a job, and also until my father actually put a stop to the uncles forcing me to go fight children shit. Now, you see me make these kung fu videos, and you see me do stupid shit about Trump and all the other bullshit. This is more important. This is probably one of the most important videos I'm ever going to make in my life. It needs to stop. Period. There's no fucking excuse in hell for you to go burning up somebody's goddamn grandmother. There's no excuse for an 11-year-old to be jumping a senior citizen with a 17-year-old accomplish. And I'm sorry for this if I piss anybody off who's black. But all these people that I speak of need to have the book thrown at them. And yeah, I have posted videos of an Asian man who was being racist to a black rapper who's a very famous YouTuber, or at least an up-and-coming YouTuber, much more clout than I got, because that Asian man had no business calling that black rapper all these words in Arizona, because he had just moved there to build up his status, you know, which looks like if I can get through school, I might be having to do the same thing because I have no opportunities here. Alright? Which is why I never left, because there was opportunities here. They just didn't want someone whose race they couldn't identify. Now, at the end of the day, these three kids on this bus, what are you going to do if that would have been your grandmother that somebody set ass on fire? What are you going to do if it was your mother that somebody set on fire? Just for the simple fact of the one thing that no one gets a fucking choice in. You don't get to pick your race. You don't get to pick your gender. But see, you can change that. But you can't ever change your race. Because if that was the case, biologically, I would straight rather be Cherokee than Cherokee black and white. Unfortunately, I don't get that fucking option, alright? I have to accept all of who I am. Which means I have to be black, I have to be Cherokee, and I have to be white. Now, I said before, I feel more Cherokee than black and white. But I've also only had 1 or 2 bad Native American experiences versus the 5 bad experiences with white people and the fucking lifetime of bad experiences with black people. So, you know, you have to understand, I have to prove my blackness to black people. I may have to start proving my Native Americanness to Native Americans. I will never be able to prove my whiteness to white people. I have learned that shit. At 47 years old, I know how this world works for the most part. I don't know everything. But I know enough to survive without being shot, without being stabbed. And yeah, I've been jumped a few times in my lifetime. I'm still standing. Most of the people who jumped me have never come back for another fight. Understand this, you 3 punks, and the 2 extra punks, the 11-year-old and 17-year-old. When they catch you, and they will, I hope they charge you all as adults. Because she could have died. You know, I had first-degree burns. Hold on. I had first-degree burns. See, I used to think I was ugly. And then it happened. See, I got first degree burns. All of this shit. See, the scar is still there. The scar is still there. That is not hair. That is a scar. Alright? So, I'm gonna put this to you nice and kindly. I could have lost an eye, but I was blessed. However, to the white couple in the car next to my car when my face was getting burnt up, thanks for doing nothing. To the black nurse who stood on the payphone at the Quickie Mart on the way to Newport News, who was talking on the phone in a nurse's uniform while I'm screaming like a little bitch. Thank you, again, for doing nothing. Because, you know, Hippocratic oath and all. And the real thank you goes to the Chinese girl who was at the register, who helped me heal my water and shit on my face, helped me get aloe and some first aid, and then I went to another store and got first aid, and then my aunt Ruth, who dragged my ass all the way back to Suffolk to get real medical attention. So you can get fucked up with fire. And these guys that I mentioned, you don't belong in any community, especially the black community, because you're fucking it up for black people. But more importantly, you're the scum of the earth. And I hope like hell when they catch you, and they will. They blurred your faces out from us, but they didn't blur their faces out from the cops, and I promise you, when they catch you, and they will, the three of you will have a lot of time to think about it, because I hope they try your ass as adults. Because some people have gone to jail for less than that, like smoking weed or something, and have done 15 years for just one joint, which is another reason why I've never done drugs. But you motherfuckers, y'all need to burn in hell. Just like setting that lady's hair on fire, that should be your fate. So you should be in jail until you're fucking 40. And I'm sorry if I've offended anybody black with this fucking video. You don't like it? Raise our kids better. I made a complete video about how we need to do better. Prime example right there. Thanks for watching. It's Comfort Havoc number 2. BC and you.